On January 13, 2025, the House of Commons Library published a comprehensive research briefing report that delves into the financial requirements for partner visas in the UK. This report outlines critical aspects of the financial threshold, examines how this requirement can be satisfied, discusses scrutiny and opposition to the policy, and highlights recent and future developments.
Many of my Slough constituents have contacted me about this very issue, with many families who simply want to be together in the UK to get on with their lives. I appreciate what my honourable friend has just said, Mr. Pritchard, about the current government looking at the £29,000 threshold, and that is indeed being looked into by the Migration Advisory Committee. But does he not agree with me that the hangover from the previous Conservative government, which wanted to increase it to an exorbitant £38,700 amount in early 2025, is extremely unfair, especially when the UK average wage is way beneath that?
Absolutely.
The financial requirement is a crucial element of the immigration process for British citizens, Irish citizens, and permanently settled individuals who seek to bring a foreign partner to the UK.
Absolutely. I'm grateful to my honourable friend, and he's reinforcing comments and interventions previously. He's absolutely correct, Mr. Pritchard. And indeed, this arbitrary threshold, it's worse for individuals who live in relatively low wage economies like mine and others. And they're within regions, there are areas of low wages too, as has been highlighted by other honourable friends.
But before we delve into the details, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for upcoming updates. As of April 11, 2024, the financial requirement was raised from £18,600 to £29,000, with proposed future increases to £34,000 and £38,700. However, the current Labour government has paused any further increases, maintaining the threshold at £29,000. This change was part of a broader strategy announced by Home Secretary James Cleverly on December 4, 2023, which aimed at reducing immigration levels. Initially, the plan called for a phased increase of the financial requirement, with the intention of significantly heightening the threshold over time. Historically, the minimum income requirement has been a contentious issue. Critics argue that it disproportionately affects British citizens on lower incomes, effectively restricting their ability to live with their partners in the UK. The introduction of this requirement during the coalition government from 2010 to 2015 sparked widespread debate. In 2017, the Supreme Court upheld the financial requirement but mandated some changes to offer greater flexibility. Various civil society organisations, including the Joint Council for the Welfare of Immigrants and Migrants' Rights Network, have consistently argued that this requirement is unjust and should be reformed or abolished. One of the most significant criticisms is that the financial requirement does not take into account regional differences in income levels across the UK. When the £18,600 threshold was introduced, it was already higher than the minimum wage, which meant that a considerable portion of the population could not meet it without financial strain. The recent increase to £29 has exacerbated this issue, as it now exceeds the typical earnings of many workers, including those in essential services like healthcare and education. The Immigration Law Practitioners Association has pointed out that this new threshold is beyond the typical salary for many professionals in junior roles. Another critical point of contention is the impact of the financial requirement on family life. Research has indicated that the policy has led to separations within families, with estimates suggesting that thousands of children have been affected by the inability of their parents to meet the financial threshold. The Children's Commissioner has reported that between 2012 and 2015 alone, approximately 500 children were separated from a parent due to these immigration rules. The scrutiny surrounding the financial requirement has prompted calls for reforms to better accommodate those in various circumstances. For instance, proposals have been made for variable income thresholds that take regional wage differences into account. In areas where wages are generally lower, such as parts of Yorkshire and Humberside, a significant percentage of the population cannot meet the income requirement to sponsor a partner visa. However, the Migration Advisory Committee has argued against the implementation of regional thresholds, stating that a single national threshold provides clarity and prevents potential manipulation of the system. Furthermore, the evidential requirements for demonstrating eligibility for partner visas have been criticised as overly complex. Civil society groups have highlighted the burdensome nature of the documentation required to prove financial stability, noting that these requirements can often deter applicants. While some restrictions have been relaxed in cases involving human rights issues, the standard application process remains rigorous. This lack of flexibility can create barriers for families seeking to reunite. The government has also faced challenges regarding the accuracy of the economic assessments related to the financial requirement. While the Home Office estimated a net benefit of £660 million over 10 years from implementing the minimum income requirement, experts have argued that the broader economic contributions of migrant partners were not adequately considered. This oversight raises questions about the overall effectiveness of the financial requirement in achieving its stated aims of ensuring that sponsors are financially capable of supporting their partners without relying on public funds. As the debate surrounding the financial requirement continues, recent parliamentary discussions have highlighted the adverse effects of the policy on family unity. The Labour Party has been vocal in its opposition to the rising threshold, suggesting that the policy unfairly penalises lower-paid workers and negatively impacts essential services. During a Westminster Hall debate in April 2024, numerous MPs expressed concerns about the implications of the financial requirement on family migration, particularly for those working in sectors that are vital to the UK's economy, but whose salaries fall below the proposed threshold. In response to growing criticism and mounting evidence of the requirement's negative impact, the Labour government announced a review of the financial requirement in July 2024. Home Secretary Yvette Cooper emphasised the need to balance respect for family life with economic considerations, commissioning the Migration Advisory Committee to conduct a thorough review. This review is expected to take into account previous proposals, including the potential for linking the threshold to average UK earnings or the income needed to ensure that individuals are net fiscal contributors. The uncertainty surrounding the financial requirement remains a point of contention for many families. Estimates suggest that tens of thousands of individuals may have been deterred from applying for partner visas due to the financial threshold, but precise figures are difficult to ascertain. The Home Office's impact assessments have faced scrutiny for potentially overestimating the number of applications affected by the financial requirement. Looking ahead, the government's decision to pause future increases to the financial requirement reflects a recognition of the need for a more nuanced approach to family immigration. The ongoing review by the Migration Advisory Committee will be pivotal in shaping the future of the financial requirement. Thank you for watching. Drop your questions in the comments below, and don't forget to like and share this video with anyone who might be affected by these changes. We'll see you in our next update.